Hello, this is Harold's Prog Rock Show Part 7. I'm Harold from the Netherlands, and this one is about Genesis, the famous prog rock band. Okay, let's start with the first album, Genesis, from Genesis to Revelation. Sorry guys, I don't like the first album. It's a typical 60s music. Then we go to the second album. There's Trespass on this album. This is a very good album with The Knife. On this album we have Peter Gabriel on vocals, John Mayhew on drums, Mike Rutherford on bass, Tony Banks on keyboards, and Anthony Phillips on guitar. Then we go to Nursery Crime, 1971. For the first time we have Steve Hackett on guitar and Phil Collins on drums and backing vocals, Peter Gabriel vocals, Mike Rutherford bass, and Tony Banks keyboards. Nursery Crime. Then we have Foxtrot with Suppers Ready, the famous 23-minute song. That's in fact the best song from Genesis, Suppers Ready. And go to Genesis Live. It's from 1973, and on this album are Watch of the Skies, Get 'Em Out by Friday, The Return of the Giant Hawkweed, The Musical Box, and The Knife. On this tour, they did the Foxtrot album. Then we have a famous album. Many of the fans, I'm also from that opinion, say that Selling England by the Pound from 1973 is the best Genesis album. On this album we have Dancing with the Moonlit Night, I Know What I Like, Further Fifth, More For Me, The Battle of Epping Forest, After the Ordeal, The Cinema Show, and Ale of Plenty. Further Fifth and The Cinema Show are really real Genesis classics, and they are still in the live show. Also the 2021 show. Then we have The Lamplights Down on Broadway, which is also my t-shirt. And that's, in my opinion, the number 2 in the Genesis catalog. It's a really great album. It's a double album. It's about Rael, the main guy, the main character from this album. Okay, yeah. Then we have a compilation album. The compilation album is called Rock Theater. On the cover of the album you see Steve Hackett, Peter Gabriel, and Mike Rutherford. This is during the Slipper Man, during the live shows of The Lamplights Down on Broadway. Those shows were in 1974 and 1975. And after this 100 times concert series, Peter Gabriel left the band to start a solo career. You have the first album with Phil Collins on lead vocals, Phil Collins also on drums. We have Mike Rutherford on bass, Steve Hackett on guitar, and Tony Banks on keyboards. This album is A Trick of the Tail. It's from 1975. On this album we have Dance on a Volcano, Entangled, Ripples, and Los Endos. Los Endos was also was the closing number on many live shows. Then we have 1976, Wind and Wuthering, also a very good album. The last album with Steve Hackett on guitar. After Wind and Wuthering, after the Second Out album, Steve Hackett left. We have also an EP, a 12-inch, Spot the Pigeon, with 3 tracks from the Wind and Wuthering sessions. Then we have the double live album, Second Out. It's very famous, and a lot of Genesis fans like Seconds Out. Okay, let's move on. Then we go to And Then We're Free. So we have 3 members from Genesis. Phil Collins on drums and vocals, Mike Rutherford on bass, and Tony Banks on keyboards. And Then We're Free with the hit single Follow You, Follow Me. Best track on the album is Burning Rope. Then we have the Duke album, recorded in the ABBA studios, the Polar Studios in Sweden. Then we have Abacab. On Abacab we have the title track, Abacab. We have Me and Sarah Jane, Dodo Lurker, Man on the Corner, Like It or Not, and another record. It's from 1981. Then we have a live album. It's called 3 Sides Live, and there's 1 studio side on this album. On this album we have also the In the Cage medley. Then we have another version from 3 Sides Live, in fact 4 Sides Live, with One for the Vine, Fountain of Salmacis, It, Watcher of the Skies. So all tracks are live, 4 Sides Live. Yes? Okay, then we have the Mama album. The Mama album, also called Genesis, because it has no album title. On this album, of course, we have Mama, a very great album. We have the famous track Home by the Sea and Second Home by the Sea. Also on this album, Just a Job to Do, and a very good track, Silver Rainbow. On this album from 1983 with the hit single Mama. Then we go to Invisible Touch. It was in 1986. I've been to the 1987 Invisible Touch tour in Rotterdam. I'll tell you about that later on. Tonight, Domino, and Land of Confusion, the famous hit single, and the instrumental track The Brazilian are on this very successful album. Then we have another very successful album. It was in fact #1 in the Netherlands in the album sales. We Can't Dance from 1991. Very good album with No Son of Mine, Driving the Last Bike, Dreaming While You Sleep, Living Forever, and the long track Fading Lights. It's a very, very good track, Fading Lights. Then we go to the live albums from the We Can Dance tour. We have the shorts, that are the hit singles. We have the longs, that are the progressive rock songs, like Home by the Sea and the Old Medley, including the musical box. And we have Fading Lights and Driving the Last Bike, and the drum duet with Chester Thompson. On live shows we have Chester Thompson on drums and Daryl Sturmer on guitar. And during the Trick of Steel tour we had Bill Bruford on drums from Yes and King Crimson. This is Calling All Stations with a new singer, Ray Wilson. The album is from 1997. It's a very good album. I can recommend it, with Calling All Stations, the title track, which is very good. We have also The Dividing Line and There Must Be Some Other Way and One Man's Fool. Good album. Then we have reunion tour from 2007. The album is called Live Over Europe, and I've seen this show in the Johan Cruyff Stadium in Amsterdam, the arena. Okay, let's move on with my vinyl collection. This is the first album, From Genesis to Revelation. Then we have the same album with another cover. We see a live shot from Genesis in 1973 with the flower from Peter Gabriel. This is during Supper's Ready, a flower. Then we have Trespass. Nursery Crime. Foxtrot. Genesis Live. Selling England by the Pound. The Lamplights Down on Broadway. Rock Theatre, the compilation album. With a live shot from the Slipper Man. Trick of the Tail. Winter Buttering. Very nice sleeve. Spot the Pigeon, the 12-inch. With inside and out. And pigeons. And then we have the Seconds Out, the live album. With Supper's Ready. And then we're free with Burning Rope. Duke with Duke's Travels and Duke's End. Then we have the Abacab album. And we have a photo from the inner sleeve with Mike Rutherford, Phil Collins and Tony Banks. We have another cover from Abacab. And another one. And different sleeve, different colors. You have a 12-inch. Keep it dark. Then we have Freestyle Live with the live photo from Afterglow. Then we have Foresight Live. The Mama album, simply called Genesis, with Home by the Sea. The Mama 12-inch. Illegal Alien 12-inch. Invisible Touch. Land of Confusion 12-inch. And Do the Neurotic 12-inch. Very good track. Only on the 12-inch, not on the Invisible Touch album. Then go to the flavors. And then there are three. 1978. Duke. I have a signed copy from the Abacab tour with all 5 signatures. Then we have the Mama tour. And the first live show I saw from Genesis was in 1987 with the Invisible Touch tour in Rotterdam in the Kuip. 45,000 visitors. It was my first concert ever. It was a great show with the In the Cage medley and Los Angeles, Home by the Sea, Mama, Abacab, Afterglow. This is the Mama tour, the video cassette. Then we have the video clips, part 1. Also an old video cassette, part 2. Then we have the DVD from the Live at Wembley Stadium, 4 times in Wembley Stadium in London. I've seen this show in Rotterdam. Then we have The Way We Walk, the Week on Dance Tour. I've seen this show also in Rotterdam in the Kuip in 1992. Then we have the video show, all video clips. Then we have When in Rome in 2007. I've seen this same concert in Amsterdam. Okay, that's my Genesis show. Genesis is one of my all-time favorite bands. It's in fact on number 1. I think they are really, really great and very influential on the prog rock scene, and very, very popular. Okay, this was the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave your comments beneath this video. I will see you later. See you next time. Thanks a lot. This was Harold's Prog Rock Show, part 7, about Genesis. Thank you. Bye.